That if you don't understand this parable, you won't understand any of the others. Not because it's complicated, but because it exposes the one thing religion avoids. The problem was never the seed. The problem was never God. The problem was never lack. The issue was the ground. Stay with me, because this parable explains why people pray, believe, sow, fast, and still don't see fruit. Matthew 13 is a turning point. Up until now, Jesus speaks plainly, but here he switches to parables. Why? Because truth activates based on readiness, not availability. And the disciples ask him, why do you speak to them in parables? And Jesus' answer is chilling. Because seeing, they do not see. Hearing, they do not hear. In other words, information doesn't change lives. Perception does. Jesus says a sower went out to sow. Notice, the sower doesn't change seeds. The word is consistent. The truth is consistent. The promise is consistent. What changes is the receiver. Jesus lists 4 soils, and he explicitly says the field is the heart. This is not about farming. This is about identity conditioning. 1, the wayside. That's the unconscious identity. Seed falls and immediately gets taken. This is the person who hears truth but has no inner permission to receive it. Why? Because the mind is so trafficked by fear, trauma, external voices, and old labels. The truth never gets below the surface. This is someone who says, I know that already, but nothing ever changes. Number 2, we have the stony ground. Those are emotional believers. This seed springs up fast. They shout, they get excited, they feel it, but there's no depth. Why? Because depth requires restructuring self-image, not emotional moments. As soon as pressure shows up, the word gets blamed, God gets questioned, the seed gets abandoned. This is revelation without identity reinforcement. Number 3, thorny ground. That's the divided self-concept. This one is dangerous because it almost works. The seed grows, but it's choked by anxiety, survival thinking, comparison, divided attention. Jesus says the cares of this world and the deceitfulness of richness. That word deceitfulness matters. It means subtle agreements that compete with the truth. You can't manifest from 2 identities at once.